Today on How Many Attempts Can I Get in an Hour? Name is a working title. I'm just gonna go for an hour. See how many encounters I find. Imagine if I get the shiny though. How's everyone doing? Why is it so fun? Why is it so fun? Someone needs to answer that. Sorry about being late. And we were already discussing plans for supper before I even started streaming at all. Well, somebody normally would have, and I'm glad you could actually make it. Did it? Life didn't get in the way this time, I see. Because life constantly gets in everybody's way. Because life is a dick. And now for a 1 hour rant about how life is a massive dick. I'm kidding. Or am I? No, I'm kidding. Or am I? You will never know. I think I'm having a stroke trying to read that. Sleep didn't come in my way. What? Oh, you're just tired? Wait, you're on fall break already? What? I don't get it. You're off for fall break, and meanwhile I have to do midterms. Well, 8 midterms. I'm in 1 class, but still. You guys get a fall break, and I just get midterms. God damn it. Welcome to the college life. It fucking sucks. College is trash, and we all know it. You off since Friday last week. Why you? Why do you have the better school experience than me? You got 3 shinies. Ooh, 3 shinies. Ooh. Also, might not have to go back. Oh my god. I wish people weren't so scared of the virus. If you're sick, stay at home. I mean, if Donald Trump can survive it, what's stopping you? It's like a 98.6 survival rate or something like that. I mean, we don't lock down the country every year during flu season. Because that would be absurd. Maybe that's why we have winter break. Because it's the peak of flu season? Dun 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 dun. Oh, hey, look. Look what encounter I'm on. Get that shitty ear off my screen. There we go. The only problem is that people in my town like, oh boy, I'm sick. Time to take 60 laps around Walmart and breathe on everyone I see. Yeah, that does sound pretty fucked up? What the hell? Oh, where is this? Where is this happening? Around here, people aren't that stupid. Oh, around my town, they're like, here we have to wear masks, but most of us are outside. I don't see Tennessee's like, what? Tennessee? What the fuck? I live in Missouri. Well, there have been some cases. It's nowhere near as bad as like New York. And also, most of the cases are in St. Louis, to my knowledge. So, fuck you doing up there, St. Louis? Yeah. You know, it's weird. In the county I'm in, not country, county, it's like a kind of mask mandate where it's like you have to wear a mask basically everywhere you go, but we're not going to really enforce it that much. But yeah, you kind of have to wear them. And businesses are like, yeah, you have to wear a mask to go in here. And then there's like one county north of us, it's like, yeah, same rules apply here, but like, we're more chill about it. So it's like, you don't necessarily have to wear a mask, but it's more of a suggestion up there. And then we have the next county up, which is where St. Louis is, and it's like, hey, and by that I mean I have no idea what's going on in St. Louis. All I know is that St. Louis is kind of crazy. Hey, Fox, welcome back. It's been a while. What's up, bitches? I got Weedle. Well, a bunch of Weedle, actually, Pogo, but I got a Kakuna, which is Weedle, but bad, but it might as well have been a Weedle, because it's not staying in the phone. Man, they're expected by the thing no one wears. Yeah. What wasn't that one time where someone took a picture of like everyone like together in a hallway and posted it online? They got suspended, and everyone's like, "Hey, what the fuck?" I'm like, okay, go back in there. It's fine, everything's fine. Yeah, what the fuck was that all about? The recap, eh? Alright. Let's see. I think you were around here for Fly Bitch. It was during that time frame. We then got Flappy Bird at Route 2. I went back to do Route 22 and found Chedette really fucking fast. Like 636 encounters, I think. And my fast streak continued with, let's roll back up here, Matata. Well, I found that's a Kakuna. That's the joke. And now we're here. And I'm currently just trying to see how many encounters I can do within an hour. Because I want to keep this stream somewhat short, because it's like 8:30 p.m. and I started stream late. I already had to, like, this is technically supposed to be yesterday's stream, but I called off that one because I had an eye doctor appointment. So this is technically yesterday's stream, and even then I'm starting like an hour and a half late because I decided to wait until after supper. My parents were discussing plans, and yeah. So it sounds really stupid and doesn't want to get better, so we keep getting tennis ball back and forth between lockdown and regular life. The Butterfree. I can catch non-shiny Pokemon and use them in the wild, to do stuff like Sleep Powder and Sunspore. But I can't use the Butterfree in trainer battles or gym battles. If you do exclamation point hunt rules, it'll give you the full rules I have set. Yeah. And I'm hoping to find certain shinies that'll actually be a lot easier to, have them in the party. I can have the non-shinies in the box, and I can do both at once. But that's probably not gonna happen for a while. I don't know what I'll learn Sleep Powder, and the first Pokemon I could find that knows False Swipe, so I'm not even sure I'm gonna need. Yeah, the Mankey was really lucky. Because I was like, I'm going to take a break, get 650, and then I'm just going to be back in a little bit. And then 636, boom! Shiny Mankey. I'm like, oh my god! You want a shiny hunt, but you're 7 days behind? Aren't you doing? Ooh. Meanwhile, I'm like a month and a half behind in uploading Mario Kart Tour, so I know the feeling. I want to do so many things and I'm behind. I actually just caught up on the stream archives. They'll be going up 2 at a time until after Monday, I think. I don't think Mankey's that low. Let's see where I found Mankey again. So I can actually properly type in the route number. Got confused when I first did it. Kanto Route 22. Kanto Route 22. Scroll down to see what Pokemon are here. Go to Gen 3. No, Mankey's a 45%. Same as Rattata. Spearow's the rare one there. I mean, it's still, luckier than, I guess, the Pidgeys. But, Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably going to be the Nidoran male I'm going to get if I get a Nidoran, because that one has a higher encounter rate. So to be fair, I think either Nidoran would actually be pretty good. From what I remember, anyway. I want to destroy some of those things. Among Tower, choking me to death. You fool! You absolute buffoon! I'm sorry these Pokemon should have something longer, but I don't know if it was like losing momentum. Just like, I'm not sure what to do because it's being booked into the week or what. Or maybe it's just like this one in particular. It's just like it's like 8:30. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'll try on Sunday to have the stream go on for longer, but I don't know. Because usually it's been going on for like 2 hours. Some of them have been really short lately. A couple of the archives I'm putting up, I do only like 250 encounters because they say I have to go kind of slow. I'm like, I'm tired. I just want to test this because of the computer update and don't want everything to break. You know how it is. What's your latest issue good news to shiny hunting yourself? Ooh. Anything... I'm tripping with my words again. Anything in particular you are aiming for? One of the perks of this challenge is as long as I get one shiny in a route, I'm good. There are some I want to get over others, but, a shiny is a shiny in this case. And the more shinies I get, the more varied Pokemon team I can make. A shiny dream team. In that case, may I, well, not exactly the best challenge, but, there's actually something called the Pokemon Shiny Badge Quest, where before every single gym you find a shiny. I think Shiny Red Gaming is currently doing one in Platinum, along with his evolution hunting. So that's pretty cool. This is basically the Badge Quest challenge on steroids. So, yeah. But I'm guessing since you're doing a Shiny Dream Team, I'm guessing that means you actually have specific targets of what you want to find. To be honest, I honestly wish I would have started with a Badge Quest instead of doing whatever I'm doing here, but I think it's going pretty well. Couple months in. Could be worse. I could still be stuck in Route 2. Also, I've not had a single hunt go to odds yet. I think my longest hunt was Route 1 at 4,500 something. You're actually also doing a badge quest, Ultra Moon. And difficulty by only catching ghost shinies? It's like a monotype badge quest. Huh. Interesting. Pick 6 Pokemon in the game, and you can only use this in battle. Makes sense. Hey, Flax! I'm just wondering what kind of shinies I'll find to use on my team here. I think I'm gonna keep one of the Pidgeys. I'm definitely keeping the Squirtle. But I'm not quite sure what else I could possibly get. Mankey's pretty good for early game. I'm not sure how good Primeape would be. And there's so many other Pokemon later on that my team may drastically shift. So I don't know. You still trying to get your Rowlet? You haven't done a lot? Yeah. Understandable. Keep going now, you'll get it eventually. You'll get your little avocado bird. I'm doing alright, I guess. Went to the dentist today. Been neglecting my teeth a little bit because pandemic caused massive lack of motivation, among other things. So, other than my gums being a little bit red and of course my teeth being the fucked up way they are, I'm doing fine. No, my gums didn't bleed or anything. They just look a little red. It's irritation, not like straight up, like, you know. It's mainly only in like these front two teeth. Yeah, but floss is actually really difficult for me with a few of these teeth, because here's the weird thing. It may be kind of weird to describe. So I have one tooth, to my right, it's one tooth to the right of my two front teeth. And it's kind of like 45-degree angled. It's weird. And it's 45-degree angled because there's another tooth that's coming in behind it, coming in for the past few years. It's kind of slowly. And I'm not sure what kind of tooth it is. I think it... I actually don't know. I don't know. None of it was really poking out. Some of it poking out. I don't know if it's a canine or if it's like another type of tooth. But apparently, that's an extra tooth. And I also have a canine, like a centimeter or two back in the roof of my mouth. It's kind of hard to judge distance when you can't really see it. But I can fit my tongue between the little 45-degree tooth and the canine back there. Like one tongue lick. I might be able to. I'll try to see if I can get a good picture of it, and then put it in the Discord if you want to see it. But I don't know why you want to see it. But yeah, that's the thing. Scroll up a little bit. Rookity, Galarian Meowth, Galarian Corsola, Lobopus, Cramorant, and Impidimp. Impidim's actually kind of a funny name. I like it. That's when they're capable of flossing quarantine. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, even when the dentist has to kind of floss these teeth because of the little polish and little clean up at the beginning. Even the dentist sometimes has problems flossing this clusterfuck of teeth. I don't know. I originally thought that the tooth that's in 45 degrees was a baby tooth because I thought it was smaller than the other tooth on the opposite side. But apparently, that's the adult tooth. With the tooth going in behind it, I have an extra canine. Or maybe the tooth that's trying to come in is the extra one, and the canine got pushed back as a result. I don't know. And apparently, my dad had the same thing. I mean, his tooth wasn't that fucked up, but he had like one extra tooth that's a little bit further back than the others. I mean, he also had another problem he had to get fixed. He went to the dentist a couple weeks ago because I think I brought this up where my parents went on a trip to Branson for a few days. This is around the time I think that was during the same week I did the first stream of Among Us. I might be wrong. No, I think that was the week after. I got Among Us that week. I don't remember. All I know is, second day they're out, I'm home alone. I get a text from mom, and dad broke one of his front teeth basically all the way off. He bit down to a piece of chicken, heard a little snap, didn't know what it was, and his tooth was gone. Living behind this little, like, rotten thing. So he goes to the dentist, and they get everything prepared for when he goes again. Today, so we went together. I get a cleaning, get an x-ray. He straight up gets a new filling. It basically fully replaces the tooth. And so they can't chew there for a while. So his teeth look better now, but apparently it's been a problem since he was younger where his teeth are kind of in bad shape. It's kind of, yeah. I don't even know how it happened. It was just fried chicken. And of course, you don't bite the bone. So I don't know how chicken would do enough to effectively break off a tooth. I still don't know. But apparently something like this has happened before. It's a thing. Crunch. Crunch. Speaking of meme words, if you are in the Discord, !Discord or link in the YouTube description, I posted a little Reddit comment I did on my Reddit account, Mario's Fun 12, named after the original name of this Twitch account. I am very consistent with naming. Anyway, there was a post on r/memes. It was a Twitter post that was already posted on r/memes, got reposted there at some point, which would later again be reposted onto r/meIRL, which is cool. But while it was on my meme, r/memes the second time, it was a screenshot of like a tweet where it's like, I commented on it on Twitter on the URL Meterbot. But basically said, this is the Bible verse to help me get through school, and on the whiteboard it says lunch 11:35. And at the time, it was new in quotes with repost, but it was new. And there were only a couple comments, not that many upvotes. Didn't think it was going to be anything special. But I said, you know what? I'm going to kind of play along with it. You see, if you've known me with my streams or my other videos for a long enough time, you'll know I grew up in a Christian household. And because of this, I went to church a lot, which resulted in me learning that God wants to kill us if we don't do what he wants, and the world is ending, and you should pray for that to happen. Because we'll all be saved. Unless you're a sinner. I don't... Wow. And the second thing is I watched a lot of VeggieTales. I watched it before it was cool. I was made fun of back in junior high because I watched VeggieTales. You watch baby shows. What the fuck's wrong with you, dude? Yeah. Meanwhile, everybody loves VeggieTales now because of the memes around it. They predicted meme culture, and you laughed at me. You laughed. Who's laughing now? Who's laughing now? Weird hitter. Hey, what did you say about my family? But anyway, because of this, I basically knew how a King James Bible was written. So I figured, you know what? I'm gonna give it an honest shot of making a fake Bible verse. It was nothing as iconic as John 3:16, but it sounded like something you'd probably hear in the Bible. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up again, so I can actually directly quote it. We'll go ahead and just go to the memes here. And as the sun reached the highest point in the sky, the Lord gave us a blessed meal. Lunch 11:35. That doesn't sound right, but I don't know enough to appreciate it and dispute it. Yeah. So it was posted like 10 at night for me. And I was about to go to bed at like 2 in the morning because my sleep schedule's fucking broken. I said, you know what, I'm going to check Reddit again. Because fuck it, I'm going to check Reddit. And then it turns out that the post I had commented on had become the hottest post of that night until like 2:30 when it got removed because it broke the no repost rule. But yeah, it had like nearly 50k upvotes when it was finally removed. And my fake Bible verse was the top comment with nearly 2,000 upvotes and 92 Reddit awards. It was the first time I ever got a Reddit award at all. And get this, I also got a gold award, which means I also got a free week of Reddit Premium because I made a fake Bible verse. It is now my most popular post on Reddit. Originally, my most popular post on Reddit was on r/gaming. Like 1.1 thousand upvotes from like 3 years ago. And it was a link directly to a Miiverse post I made where I beat the original Pikmin 3 without losing a single Pikmin. This comment beat that by over 800. And that got awards. The Pikmin one probably would have got awards back then if they were a thing. But I'm not really going to count that. Hypothetical awards are not awards. So this post is actually my most popular Reddit post. I don't know how. But honestly, I think this is like the second thing that really just shows, like, the second good thing that a Christian household has brought me. The first being VeggieTales, of course. I've actually been rewatching VeggieTales at the time. I've been watching VeggieTales again for like the past like week because nostalgia. And yeah, the show holds up. The Larry Boy game I play on stream really doesn't, but the show sure does. I found myself going to a rabbit hole of other VeggieTales games that exist. Like a Dance Dance Revolution VeggieTales game. That exists. Your parents out they're very Christian, but they're like, never. They never took us to church. Yeah. I mean, you can't right now because pandemic, but you know, it's weird. I actually used to be very religious. To the point where the music teacher at our school back in like late elementary school, I think, wanted to actually play a Harry Potter scene to show off how music can impact a scene. And I actually stood up and was like, hey, I can't watch Harry Potter because of religion. And then the teacher was nice. She switched it to something else. I think she may have switched it to Star Wars, which is ironic in its own right, because Star Wars was also banned from my household because of religion. But whatever. Everyone in that place got pissed at me for doing that. Everyone. Didn't go well. But I was taught that you had to stand up for what you believe in. And God told us to do what's right. And there's a lot of stuff in that movie that's not right. But as the years went on, I eventually started kind of drifting away from it because the church I went to is kind of toxic. As previously explained, the pastor's husband is apparently some ex-wrestler dude. He's fucking massive. And he's kind of a jerk. During like the last year of church where I started hearing the same 5 songs and the same sermons about God's gonna kill you if you don't listen to him. You get run over and get sent to hell. Versus the end of the world is nigh. The end of the world is nigh. The end of the world is really close. Pray that everyone who doesn't believe in God dies. Blah, 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 blah. Ugh. They didn't actually sing that, but I just remember it being a mocking tone in my head because it's like, fuck it. You're being massive assholes there, church, and I constantly complain about it. Kind of like murmuring, like, this is stupid. You sing more songs every single week. They keep constantly coming here and they constantly talk about the end of the world. And I think it might have traumatized me a little bit. The world's gonna end. You're gonna die. Life is not eternal unless you do everything God says. And that doesn't fit to me. But eventually, Pastor's husband got a little bit pissed at that. Grabs me from my seat. It's like, taking me outside the church, like by the shirt like a big old bully. I'm crying because I don't know how to fucking react to it. he pulls me into the church. You don't ever disrespect the fucking church. And yells at me right in my face. I'm crying. Mom's like, what in the hell are you doing? Dad's like, dude, what the fuck? My parents didn't like the fact that I was like, murmuring, complaining about it, and being a bit of a smart aleck about church. But holy fuck, at least they didn't fucking grab me by the shirt and basically just yeet me out of the building. And then we never went back. Good fucking rinse. Also, the church is also part homeless shelter, so there's a bunch of drug addicts in there. So that's fun. IQ sounds like a cult, no joke. You know, that church actually might have taught me that religion is just a cult with an actual God and not just material objects. And even then, that's kind of pushing it. It's like the same 5 songs. Like, hallelujah. Repeat for 5 fucking minutes. Then Amazing Grace was always sung, and it wasn't the kids who would tie something. You wouldn't want to ignore your tires when the kids do it. When your kids taking them up, would you? Would you? Of course, I don't know what the tires were even doing. They weren't going to God. I'll say that much. Yeah. I don't know. You've been to church like 6 times your whole life and you've experienced that before, so you're pretty sure it's not Christian. Well, it shouldn't be! Something felt very off with that church, because a lot of people there were drug addicts, people who smoked a lot, people basically in rehab because it's a homeless shelter. What do you expect? Pastor constantly preached about growing up in Portland or something. Things weren't going too well there, and she bought the church for $5 because God's like, hey, I want you to preach the gospel. Pay this man $5 and the church is yours, or whatever. Like, what the hell? She gets married to some scumbag ex-wrestler who's just, and apparently nobody fucking likes him. And the only really good thing I can remember about the church was a lot of time there was free food because they would get food from like Walmart or Sam's Club where it's like, hey, we can't sell this anymore. It's past the sell-by date. It's yours now. It was still good food. It wasn't like rotten or anything. But I think that may be where Mom's hoarding stuff really started. Thanks. And there's also a parrot. Very original name. Her name was Bird. The parrot was Bird. They would constantly put like a bed sheet over the cage, so that way she wouldn't make noise during service. And we would always just try to make Bird say things, and she would never cooperate. But she would say something like, "Oh, and there you go." That's really about it. And then they let her out of the cage after the service. She was just walking around. I think there was one point where the pastor got a dog, and I'd always be the one to walk it. The dog was cute, but yeah. I don't remember the dog's name at all. Eh. Ever since then, Mom found some other church that's closer to home that Dad has called, no joke, the Cult Church. I went there once. It was boring. I hated it. It was more boring than the church I used to go to before then. Then I never went back. The only time I could say definitively where a time I went to church was actually somewhat fun. Well, there's 2 times. One of which was the time I went to a church for Easter, and we watched an Easter Carol, the VeggieTales episode, and then had an Easter egg hunt. And then there was one time I went to a different church, I think it was, and they did an Easter egg hunt where the eggs were dropped out of a hot air balloon. That was something. And then they give us a little sermon afterwards, like, here's like the 10 eggs that represent Easter, and you open each of them up, and it'd be a different symbol representing a different part of Jesus' life. And the last one will be empty because he rose on Easter and left the grave, or whatever. So that's the thing. Oh, I just remembered. There's actually one other good thing about the church I went to when I was younger. That's where I got my pet rabbit. Pet rabbit passed away a couple years ago. Named him Angel, because church. I couldn't think of any other better name. But I actually got him on Easter. Because apparently they got a couple of rabbits and a bunch of chicks from Buckeye. I don't know why, but they did. Angel was kind of grayish brown, spotted white rabbit, kind of hard to describe. And then he had, I think it was a brother. I don't remember the actual. I don't know the sex of the actual other rabbit. But I assume there's a relation because it was the exact same pattern as Angel, but in yellow instead. Like a yellowish color. It was really weird. Every time you're in it, it's just awkward. Like, yep, I'm totally Christian. Yeah, kind of how it seems. That is, I'm not really that religious. Like, I'll still watch VeggieTales because it's actually a really good show. And because nostalgia's sake. I still believe in some sort of higher power, and I might still quote stuff from the Bible because as dark and gruesome as the Bible is, and as much of a dick as God seems at times, there are some good morals you can find from the Bible. And again, I can thank VeggieTales for that. If church taught me anything, it's that God's a massive dick. And if you don't listen to him, he's gonna punish you with either some sort of big punishment, or he's gonna kill you! And it's all gonna be pinned on the devil because you freaking question him and he just kills you off, I guess. I mean, Lucifer / Satan was trying to take over, which is a whole different thing. But, like, he's effectively treating normal people who question him the same way, apparently. Like, why? I don't think this is Christianity. Yeah. And you can definitely tell something's fucked up in the church I went to, because it's like, God wants us to be nice to everybody, even people who disagree with us. And then someone like a Muslim shows up and they go like, boo! You're a Christian killer! I hope you die! It's like, what the fuck? As long as it's not targeting you, what the fuck are you doing? God's not dead. It's a freaking terrible movie. Terrible series. Like most Christian films are. God's not dead actually feels like a slap in the face. Like, if you're not a devout Christian, bad things can happen. Like, it's an atheist college professor who gets in an argument with one of the students that lasts like a fucking week. And then he gets... then the professor gets run over by a fucking car and switches to Christianity like a minute before he dies. I thought that's good enough. What the fuck? What the fuck is that movie? It's like one of like 5 different plots, and one of them's like it's like a cancer patient. She's going on a date with someone, and the guy's like, "Oh, you have cancer? What the fuck, dude? I don't want to go out with you if you have cancer." Like, what in the fuck? And then there was the one girl who was a Christian behind her Muslim father. Okay. She lived in a Muslim family. Muslim dad ends up being very abusive because he finds out that she's a Christian. And fuck that movie! And the second one's like this bullshit court case that makes absolutely no sense. It's based off of a bunch of lies. The third one is just kind of... It's not very religious, but I also feel like it's some higher power. Also, reincarnation kind of makes it to your small brain because it's like deja vu. Well, I get deja vu in a different way. I have dreams about the future. Like, I dream something, I forget it when I wake up because of course I do, and then like a week or two later it happens, and I'm like, wait a minute. Hang on a second, didn't I dream about this before? And I actually think, like, did I dream about this before? In the dream! It happens so often, it's weird. It's freaky. Because one point when I was a young kid, had a dream that I was riding one of those little toy 4-wheeler things. Toy 4-wheeler thing. And, it took like a good 2 or 3 years for me to actually have it happen, and it's really weird. It's really weird. Apparently, when I dream, I can see the future, but only in rare circumstances that I'll probably forget about until the moment happens. So it's not like it fucking matters. It's really weird, though. It's really weird. It's not even deja vu at that point. It's like, my brain can see the fucking future, apparently. What the fuck? You know, I don't know if I should brought it up on stream, but I mentioned I wanted to make games as a future career. And I actually wanted to make a game. Really, like a game series, so I was thinking of like splitting up like 3 different games, which might be a bit much, but like just kind of testing the waters of the formula and then kind of builds off that. But it's kind of based around a dream. It's like a platforming game where each different world is based off of like a different type of dream. Like here's a dream that I'm in a movie. Here's a dream I could fly. Here's a dream that like a pun dream was like it's called a wet dream, but it's a dream about the ocean. It's water stages, and the boss is a mermaid. And I was thinking about actually having like visions of the future in your dreams be part of the plot of it. That'd be kind of cool. I think it never since you when you were a kid. You had weird cryptic nightmares that were wild from what you can remember, and then you barely dream at all, and if you do, it's completely normal. That sounds about right. Meanwhile, I have dreams about the world effectively, well, how do you describe it? The world gets infected with a virus that's slowly deleting itself, and if you touch this virus, you end up deleting. And it's effectively the apocalypse. I have dreams about that, like once a month, in some variation. I think it has something to do with me being traumatized by The Glitch when I was younger. I stumbled upon it one day when I was like 13. It scarred me, dude. Mario's melting face scarred me. Fuck you, Kid Icarus. Don't put that face in a video ever again. Especially not about Lego, you piece of shit. It wasn't fun. But I have a lot of nightmares about the end of the world happening through some various means. One actually have a happy end, though. Like, the world was kind of like deleting itself, sort of like corrupted looking pixels, and kind of converging as like a big black hole in the sky. And eventually, like, we get some city and hide in like a bunker because it's the only place left on the planet. It's fine. And it stops. Black hole sucks up enough for it to basically explode, and everything gets regenerated. What in the fuck kind of dream was that? It makes no sense. We're going like, how is that missing? I don't know. Just keep running. Ah, it's here. Ah! And then we're stuck in the one last place, and then it just stops. And then everything just comes back like nothing ever happened. Like, what? I'm sorry? My dreams are stupid. Your brother, however, could write an entire book series off of one of his dreams. He'll just like randomly text, I had another weird dream. And then me, I'm like, what is it now? You know, looks like your brother's a real Joseph, huh? That's a Bible reference. Yeah, because in the Bible there's a guy named Joseph who's in a large family, and God kept giving him dreams where it'd be some depiction of what would be him, and then like his family represented as some other object, kind of worshiping him or like bowing to him. And it was like one of those cryptic dreams, and because of the dreams he would have, he got really good at deciphering dreams. And then the whole situation happens where his family betrays him, except for his like dad gives him this colorful coat. His brothers get jealous, like sell him off to Egypt or whatever. He gets arrested, and while in jail, he tells the dreams of the 3 other people that are in there with him. It's like, if you don't do this thing, you're gonna die, and like one of them actually does die because he didn't listen, and yeah, it was a thing. I might be remembering the story kind of wrong, but yeah. And then Joseph ends up like basically kind of running the place, and it's like some guy that like has a dream, like seven things of wheat, and they grow, and then they all die off. And he's like, what happened there? And she's like, that's because we're gonna have 7 years of plenty of food, and we have to stock up for the end time, because after that 7 years, it's gonna be 7 years of famine. And then they stock up, and then that's when his family comes back as the famine starts. It's like, we don't have anything to eat. And then Joseph's kind of a dick to them, like, he's just kind of a dick to them about it, be like, you're planning on stealing our food. And he's like, no, we're not, I promise. And then he fucking arrests them, and he's like, hey, it's me. He's like, what? The fuck? Like, hey, maybe don't sell me off? I'll let you take food back to Dad and everything, but like, Jesus, dude. I probably fucked the story up so hard, but oh, it's so weird. It's one of the early stories of the Bible too. I don't know exactly where in the Bible it is. I want to say it's somewhat early, but I don't know for sure. The Bible's a big fucking book, so I don't know. I don't know. Henry is dead. We know. How did he die? We don't know. Alright, I'm gonna wind it down in a few minutes because we crossed the hour mark, but go a bit over because 10 minutes of nothing at the start. You know how it is. It's my catchphrase now. I'm gonna round it off at 2,250. The Bible is tell me anything. That sounds possible. Alright, how about the story of the man who was a prophet? And he just ordered from God to go to a place called Nineveh, which is a place where basically everybody kills each other, and it's like a massive place of sin and evil. And the guy's like, not going. I'm going as far away from there as possible. And he boards a ship trying to go to Tarshish, other side of the world, but like as far away as you could possibly manage to get to. And then God's like, you don't fucking do that. And he starts to storm. So everyone on the ship's like, okay. Everyone on the ship basically plays a game of Among Us, where it's like, okay, somebody caused. Okay, God's angry because somebody here is not supposed to be here. Who is it? And then eventually they find out it's the prophet. They toss him in the ship, and he's left in the ocean. And sort of instantly fucking stops. And like, oh, that's it, right? It's good. Nope. He gets eaten by a fucking whale and is stuck in there for 3 fucking days. It's like, God, I'm sorry I didn't listen to you. And it was a scary place, and I was scared, but I'll listen to you. And it's like, okay, fine. So he ends up getting spat out, and he goes, to Nineveh, tells them to stop their ways or God's gonna destroy them. They flip their ways, and the guy just kind of sits there and waits for the city to be destroyed, but it's never destroyed. It's never destroyed. And he's like, hang on a second. It's supposed to be destroyed, what the fuck? And like, God's like growing this like giant plant. And he sits on it, he's like, oh, I like this shade. Hot desert sun, it's nice shade. And then a worm fucking eats the giant plant and knocks it over. And he's like, no, my shade! Why must you do this to me, God? Why? Oh, why? And then the story ends. That's a story from the Bible. Look up the book called Jonah. I basically summed up the entire plot of the story. I summed the entire thing up. And that was turned into a VeggieTales movie. Where, if you were here for one of the Among Us streams, I played this clip. And luckily it wasn't flagged before, so I think it's safe to play it. So we'll go ahead and just start it. up.
Here's the deal. The way I see it, there's a reason for this storm. Somebody up there is really upset with somebody down here. And it ain't gonna let up until we know who that somebody is. It could be any one of us. I have my suspicions. But we won't know for sure until we figure it out scientifically.
Now, men, go fish! I'm not fucking with you. This is real. It's really in the Bible. And they turned it into a VeggieTales movie. I am not kidding. This is... It sounds absurd, but so is most of the Bible. Yeah. There was sort of Sodom and Gomorrah, where one of the cities ends up basically becoming kind of like an event where it's like full of sin. They had to leave they had to leave, and the guy's like, "Don't turn back," and like someone turns back and turns into a massive fucking pile of salt. Like, what the fuck? I don't understand Christianity. I'm even more confused. Understandable. The world started off being something that God made in 6 days, slowly making more and more of the universe with a snap of his fingers. Then, sometime early on, with only one man and one woman, the woman is tempted by a snake, which turns out to be Satan. Who tells her, "Eat from the tree of life and you'll know everything." But God said if I eat it, I'll die. No, you'll live. You'll know everything. You'll be as knowledgeable as God. And she eats it, becomes super... She eats it, and she's like, "Hey, Adam, eat the apple." And he's like, "What are you talking about? I'm not eating that." She's like, "Come on, Adam, it's fine. I'm not dead." He's like, "Oh, okay." He eats it, and then God's like, "What the fuck? I told you not to eat that!" And he kicks him out of eating. So this paradise where you'd live forever and everything would be happy, and yeah. You know, they're trying to be and shit. Yeah. Like, hey, God, question for you. If you didn't want them to sin, why did you put the tree of life in the center of the Garden of Eden? I won't even be to my camera. The apple will make you thick. I have never seen that. But that sounds fucking funny. Oh, man. There's one story about the Bible. One story in the Bible about a man named... I think it's Job. Where basically God and Satan kind of like place bets on this guy. Where Satan's like, start removing everything. I'll destroy everything in his life slowly. And if he still prays to you and believes in you, then I'll leave him alone and you can do what you want. And God's like, okay. So God kind of sits back and lets like everything is like be destroyed. And he still's like, "I love you, God. Hey, God, I pray to you. You are wonderful." And God's like, "See, I told you." She's like, "God damn it." So, yeah, that was his thing. Adam. God, can you give me a second? Bitch, why would you eat an apple? It's the first thing on the syllabus. It's the only thing on the syllabus. You ever see those? I don't know. I think it's TikToks where it's basically some guy kind of reenacting stories in the Bible. It's so insane. I love it. Oh, wait. I remember another thing. There was a Twitter thing. I think it was a Twitter thing. Where everyone... Nothing kind of... No shining. That's fine. Where they basically, it basically got in the creation process of creating all the animals. And it'd be him and, like, some secretary angel. And God would basically be drunk the entire time, come up with, like, the weirdest ideas for animals. And he's like, "What in the fuck are you talking about?" It's the funniest thing. hilarious. I love it. It's so fucking funny. Yeah, I should have warned you. Yeah, post in the Discord. Post in the Discord. But anyway, I'm gonna end the stream here. Not earth-shattering hunting. Not a lot, but hey, it's something. I think now we should find a raid target. And I can quickly get this uploaded and ready to go. Let's see who's online. Ada's online. Is it memes? Alright, I'll check it out. Ada's streaming. Let's go ahead and raid her. Raid Ada and Shada. Right? Good. And raid message. Jeebus! This is Jeebus. Baby Jeebus! Anyway, thanks for watching the stream. Tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'll be continuing the Super Mario World ROM hack, and I have not implemented the exclamation point spikes yet. I'm sorry. I'll get on that at some point. I'm sorry, but yeah. But in the meantime, Discord, link in the description of YouTube archive, exclamation point Discord and Twitch chat, and that's pretty much it. Now, I'm gonna do this raid, and I'm busy, and I need to go to the bathroom, and Garbage is special. It loves you very much. Goodbye. VeggieTales.